understand all too often have to choose between hiring or keeping your health care for yourselves and your workers. I also want to say a few words about what the SBA has been doing to help those workers and business owners who've been affected by the oil spill in the Gulf Coast. From the very beginning of this disaster, the SBA has acted quickly to assist fishermen and fishing-dependent small businesses. They're offering low-interest loans and deferrals of existing loans. And while small businesses are encouraged to file claims with BP, these loans and deferrals can provide much-needed temporary assistance. So all of these steps have made a real difference in the lives of people who own and work at small businesses all across America, and that includes all of you who are here with us today. I just met with Trapper and Tom, who are the state of Maine's Small Business Owners of the Year. Karen assures me that the reason they're on stage is not because they're from Maine, her home state. They started a company that manufactures aluminum trailers about 4 years ago with 20 employees. They've grown rapidly over the last few years, and that growth has been supported by a Recovery Act loan from the Small Business Administration. They got some of their fees waived, and today they have 85 employees, are planning to add another 15 by the end of this year, and hope to add another 30 by the end of 2011. Frank and Donna Massley are here. They are Delaware's Small Business Owners of the Year. Where are they? There they are, right there. Congratulations. 10 years ago, they launched a glove-making business to provide flexibility and protection for our men and women in uniform. When they won a contract to supply gloves for soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan in 2009, they received a Recovery Act loan through the SBA and saved thousands on fees. It was that loan that allowed Frank and Donna to rehire some employees who'd been laid off during this recession, and today their business is growing and thriving once more. So many people who are here today have stories just like this. Their success isn't the result of a heavy-handed government. It's the result of a government that lent a helping hand, that complements the sheer grit and determination of America's small business owners. And I believe we need to do even more to give these men and women a boost. So that's why I'm calling on Congress to pass a small business jobs package as soon as possible. This legislation should ensure that credit-worthy small business owners can get the capital they need to expand and create jobs. It should include needed tax relief, like our proposal to completely eliminate capital gains taxes for those making key long-term investments in small businesses. It should include expansions of vital Small Business Administration loan programs that are needed now more than ever. And it should include two important lending initiatives that I recently sent to Congress. The first initiative is the $30 billion Small Business Lending Fund I called for in my State of the Union address. This fund would target only small community and neighborhood banks, and it would help these institutions increase lending to small businesses. The second initiative is a new state small business credit program that we recently proposed, working with governors like Governor Doyle and Governor Granholm. It's an initiative that will help expand private lending for small businesses and manufacturers at a time when budget shortfalls are leading states to cut back on vitally important lending programs. Now, I'm very pleased that elements of this small business jobs package have already passed the House Financial Services Committee last week, and I know that the Senate is working on the issue as well. I urge both chambers to act on these proposals as soon as possible. This shouldn't be a partisan issue. This is not a Republican issue or a Democratic issue. This should not be an issue about big government versus small government. This is an issue that involves putting government on the side of small business owners who create most of the jobs in this country. It's about giving them tax credits and loans and tax cuts so they can keep growing and keep hiring. It's about unleashing the great power of our economy and the ingenuity of our people. And when you have a chance to talk to Charles and you find out what he's been doing in Michigan, creating a business that is expanding, working with restaurants and other institutions on their designs, when you think about somebody like Tamara, who started her own business after her husband, I believe, actually had to take disability, and she's now growing and hiring employees, getting into a business that historically has been male-dominated, the moving business. When you hear their stories, you can't help but be inspired. and you realize that there are thousands of people all across America who, despite the odds, despite the naysayers, are going out there and making their dreams happen. So that's what today should be about, and that's what this package in Congress should be about, unleashing the great power of our economy and the ingenuity of our people. In so many ways, each of you today have shown that ingenuity as you've successfully navigated your companies through an extraordinarily difficult time, the toughest time that we've seen since the Great Depression. You should be proud of that achievement and know that as you continue that journey, you're always going to have a fierce advocate in your president and in your SBA administrator and in your government. So thank you very much, everybody. Congratulations.